So now it's time for my spoiler review of Stranger Things Season 4, at least the first 7 episodes, because the last 2 aren't out yet, obviously. Um, yeah, so I have a bunch of notes here, kind of out of order in terms of episodes, but the first thing I want to talk about is actually episode 4, where I thought Max was going to die, honestly. She got taken control of, Vecna, and it seemed like she was going to die, but music saved her, I guess. I mean, that's kind of weird, but it was still a great ending to that episode. It was a really tense episode. And that scene, the first time I saw it, fucking cried. The scene where she was, running to try to get out of Vecna's control. And oh my God, that was a great scene. But yeah, the song in there, Running Up That Hill by Kate Bush, I'm kind of addicted to that song now. I've never heard it before the show, obviously. And I really like that song now. It went really well with the scene, and I'm sure a lot of other Stranger Things fans have listened to it as well. I heard that it's actually pretty popular right now. But Vecna turned out to be number 1, not P, but the first subject, I guess, of Dr. Brenner. And yeah, spoiler alert. I guess this is a spoiler discussion, so I don't have to say that. But Dr. Brenner is alive. I didn't know if he was or not based on the last few seasons or whatever. I don't think they ever addressed whether he was alive or not, but it seemed like he was dead, and apparently he's not. And that kind of leads me to the whole thing that I don't like about this season is the whole flashback thing of, 11 trying to get her powers back. It is the most fucking monotonous shit ever until it's not, which is basically till episode 7, where it actually picks up and you see shit go down. And then you find out that one was actually the one to kill all of the guards and the other kids in that in Hawkins' lab. And they thought it was 11, but nope. They even made you believe it was 11 in the first episode, but it turned out not to be her in the end. Yeah, so basically what ended up happening to one, and by the way, not to mention he's the son of Victor Creel, played by Robert Englund in here, which I don't even think the father knew that, but the mother knew that, and then the kid ended up killing the mom, and I guess he killed his sister too. Pretty fucked up kid, and he killed a fucking rabbit as well. Like, this dude is messed up. He has an infatuation with spiders and black widows and shit, and he's a messed up kid for sure. And by the way, the actor that plays him, the version of him in the facility, as well as under all the makeup, is actually the same actor who played young Grindelwald in the Harry Potter movies. He's been in a lot of other stuff too, and he's played other villains. Let me actually look him up right now. Jamie Campbell Bower, who is credited in most of the episodes as Friendly Orderly, so we never even know his name. But by the final episode, he was revealed to be one, as well as Vecna. And he was also Anthony and Sweeney Todd, which I forgot about that. And he was in the Mortal Instruments, the Twilight movies. I think he plays a villain in most of the movies, and he plays a villain very well. And just seeing the kind of origin of how Vecna became the way he was, all disfigured and gross, that was really cool. It reminded me of Doctor Strange a lot when he was kind of falling through the sky and shit. But then the lightning from the Upside Down, which the Upside Down looked completely different as it does now. I mean, it kind of looks similar to the way it does when people are under Vecna's control. But I'm also wondering what kind of, what side of the Upside Down that is, or if that is the Upside Down where he brings people, or if it's some other form or his own mind. I think it might be his own mind, to be honest, where all of this is taking place, I guess. He is in the Upside Down, but in his mind, it's kind of like that red area, There's still a lot of things I don't quite understand, like his powers. Is he able to, manipulate time? I think so. I don't know. It seems like 11 is the one who first opened the portal to the Upside Down, in that rainbow room or whatever. Excuse me, hiccups. So it all originated from her, most likely, and I'm wondering if that's where the gateway stayed that entire time, and we saw that area in the first few seasons or whatever, in the first season at least, where we saw the actual gateway to it, and the people were going through the gateway and trying to do tests and all that. I'm wondering if that's where that was. Like, it's the Rainbow Room, but it just, like, completely took over the whole room and made it this huge area in the facility. But, yeah, a lot of interesting, you know, implications, I guess. But more than anything, it kind of confuses me. I'll definitely have to watch some like New Rockstars breakdowns and stuff. Didn't watch any of that before watching or recording this, just because I wanted to record it already. It's already like 1 or 2 a.m. So I'm trying to get these videos recorded at least, so I can just get through this. But yeah, also I wanted to mention, sorry for the lighting. My ring light crapped out on me, so I have my regular room light on, and my lamp kind of pointed at me, and I'm sweating a lot right now. If you can't tell, it has been so hot in Michigan the last couple of days. But completely off topic there. I mean, what else can I say here? Steve almost died. Max almost died. But the only people that really died were people that we only met for a couple episodes, like Chrissy and oh shoot, what's his name? See, I don't even know his fucking name. Patrick, there you go. And then Fred, which I didn't give a shit about any of those characters, except for Chrissy a little bit. I kind of felt bad for her, but the other two, I was just like, I don't really know you, so okay. But yeah, I mean, like, Eddie was great in this show, or in this season at least. You have what's his name again? Jason trying to go after him, thinking he killed Chrissy, which Chrissy was Jason's girlfriend, and he thinks that Eddie killed her, so he's kind of going on a witch hunt to try and find him. And then Lucas gets pulled into that because he's on the basketball team with them, and he's trying to seem cool, but then he realizes what's going on, and then he's like, oh shit, I gotta break away from this and go find Dustin and the others. But yeah, I kind of want to bring it back, or not bring it back because I haven't mentioned it yet, but Will and Mike and all that, like, come on, these two characters, like, Will was even though you didn't see him much in the first season, it was because, like, everybody was trying to find Will, and then Mike, like, he had the whole thing with 11 going on in the first season, and it's like, oh, this is Mike, and he's basically the main character, and then they're barely fucking in this season. Come on. And then you have, like, Argyle, and then yeah, just Argyle. Yeah, Argyle, he's kind of funny, but he's just like the pothead, that's basically all his character is. He has some funny moments, especially when, like, they're all trying to escape the house when those soldiers come after them, and he's just, like, freaking out. But other than that, just, like, I don't care. I mean, the actor's funny. I've seen him in a few things, and he kind of plays similar characters, but, I can give or take his character at this point. Let me see what else I have in my notes here. Like, the deaths are horrific, as violent as this show has ever been. Personally, I feel like we get a new kind of species of Demogorgon. I call them Demobats. I don't think that was name dropped, but that's what I call them, Demobats. And I feel like the characters would be proud of me for coming up with that name, but I don't know. You have the Demodogs, now you got bats, Demobats. Makes sense. I already said that Brenner's still alive. One question I kind of had in, I think, the 6th episode, just watching Brenner, like, trying to push 11 to get her powers back, this thought occurred to me, like, does he have any remorse for the things he's done, or, like, the horrible shit that he's done? Does he care? Does he feel bad or anything? And when I really thought about it, I think the thing that he has the most remorse about is just his own failure. Whether that's, him being like, what I did to 11 was fucked up, and what I did to these other kids is fucked up, and I feel bad for it. Here's me trying to make it right. Or this is his second chance to try to have, his redemption for himself, rather than, trying to do the right thing. But yeah, a question I put in my notes there: can Vecna control time? I don't know. They kind of alluded to it, and you had the whole clock imagery in there, so I assume. And then when Nancy and the others were in the Upside Down, it was like a version of Hawkins back when Will disappeared. So yeah, I definitely think there's some sort of, like, time travel or time manipulation going on there. I don't fully understand it. Hopefully they explain it a little more in the last 2 episodes, but maybe it's one of those things you kind of have to think about and then watch breakdowns for to fully understand, because they're just like, all right, well, these last 2 episodes, I know it's 4 hours long altogether, but there's a lot to wrap up here, so we can't really address too much of that. I don't know. We'll see. But the character that Hopper is in the prison with, who starts off as a guard but ends up getting, taken prisoner for being a traitor, I really like his character. Let me see if I can find him here. This is the actor I was talking about in my non-spoiler review that was in Game of Thrones. Don't ask me what his character's name was, because I don't know and I don't feel like looking it up. Honestly, you want to know something sad? I don't even remember the character's name of, like, the little girl, I can't even fucking remember her name from Game of Thrones. That's kind of sad. Like, I could think about it for a while. I think it starts with an A, but I can't remember for the life of me what it was. So that just shows you not only how much I watch, but, like, how hard it is to remember everything you watch when you're watching so many different things. But let me see if he's in this cast here. Bear with me. Maybe he's not in the first episode. I only have the first episode, cast pulled up right now. Let me see. Oh, frick. I guess I gotta go to another episode and try to find him. Let's just go to episode 7. How about that? Because I know he's in that one at least. Yeah, anything in the prison I thought was, for the most part, pretty interesting. I like the dynamic between Hopper and the prison guard dude. I really like him. He's fun. You have Yuri in there, who's kind of trying to be the equivalent of Alexei, but ends up just being a complete douchebag in the end. And yeah, I didn't care for him all that much. But let me see. I have it pulled up here if I can find it. It's kind of small. Tom Lash. I'm not even going to attempt that, but that's Dmitry Anatov. In Game of Thrones, he played Joaquin Hagar. Probably saying that wrong. But he was great in that. And he has a very recognizable face. So when I saw him, I was like, this dude looks so familiar. But, yeah, I mean, like, anything in the prison I thought was pretty interesting. Especially towards the end in episode 7 where they got to fight the Demogorgon. But at the end of the day, like, that wasn't much of a fight. I was expecting, like, Hopper to kill the Demogorgon, and we really didn't see it die. However, it did kill a bunch of the prisoners, and that was pretty, I wouldn't say satisfying, but, like, in terms of just me wanting a badass fight, yeah, it kind of was satisfying just to see, like, the blood and guts and shit of the other prisoners trying to fight this shit. Hopper was a pretty badass dude in this season, especially, like, Murray. What the fuck, dude? Murray was such a badass in this season, not only posing as Yuri and doing, like, speaking Russian and all that, but, like, his karate moves, fucking taking guns from people. Like, dude, Murray is a fucking straight badass in this season. Like, holy crap. And I am here for it, honestly. I like the actor who plays him. He's really funny. I think I saw that he played the magician in The Office in one of the episodes there. So that's kind of funny there. But yeah, Murray was great in this season. Joyce and Murray are off to try to go save Hopper and all that. And she's just kind of, I feel like she's supposed to be the one that's most excited to see Hopper and be like, oh my God, Hopper, like, I love Hopper, yeah. They're supposed to have a special connection, but at the same time, like, I don't know, I felt more from Murray and then Joyce in this season. I don't know, Joyce just didn't seem to be doing a whole lot, I guess. I mean, she was going to Soviet Russia with Murray and, like, trying to break Hopper out, and that's a lot to do, but at the same time, she kind of felt like she was on the sideline. It was more Murray being the badass than her. Whatever, I guess. But I would have liked to see a little bit more from her. Would have also liked to see a little bit more from Mike and Will. Maybe not as much Jonathan. I don't really care about Jonathan's character. But, yeah. I mean, it's kind of disappointing that they were barely in it. But I'm sure the last 2 episodes will have plenty of them in there. And hopefully all the characters will come together. That would be very, very cool. And everybody just, like, ends up in why am I forgetting the name? Hawkins. Everybody just ends up in Hawkins together. That's fun. I like that. I hope they do that. Next episode, it seems like Hopper and Eleven will get reunited, so I'm very excited for that. the reuniting, I guess is the word. The reuniting of Joyce and Hopper I thought was pretty good. Like a nice moment there. They still haven't escaped the prison, so we still got to see how they escape the prison and get back to America, because I'm sure that's not going to be easy. But also, when Hopper broke out the first time, he was eating that Jif, and if any of you heard, Jif had a recall recently, so I was like, oh my god, he's literally eating that recall peanut butter right now. Dude, you're going to get salmonella. But, yeah, I thought that was kind of funny. Good timing there. But bad timing, they have the whole, warning before the first episode because of the recent school shooting in Texas. And, yeah, they have that warning there because of, like, seeing dead children in there. And, it didn't bother me a whole lot because I can separate fiction from, real life. And, it didn't bother me a whole lot, but still, it was fucking dark, dude. Man. Yeah, bad timing for that, but I guess it's never good timing to show dead kids, is it? But, yeah, I just made this really depressing. I'm sorry. But, yeah, let me see what else I have to say. I don't really think I have anything else to say, to be honest. Oh, yeah. Seems like Nancy might die, possibly. I mean, the way we ended it, we got the whole monologue from why am I forgetting his name? What the fuck? Vecna. We got the whole monologue from Vecna explaining, like, his origin and all that to both Nancy and Eleven. And, we never see if Nancy gets out of that kind of trance that Vecna put her under. She ended up in, like, the pool, and she saw a dead Barb, and it started filling up with blood. That was fucking insane. And then Vecna was just like, all right, here's my origin. And that's just kind of how it ended with her, so we don't know if she's good or not. We shall see. I have a feeling in the last 2 episodes, at least one main character is going to die. I don't want to say that I hope that's going to happen, but at this point, it would make it very interesting. Now, if they killed off Jonathan, nothing against the actor, but, like, I just don't give a shit about that character at all. So, like, if they killed off Jonathan, that wouldn't be shit to me. If they're going to kill off anybody, I think it would be, like, either Steve, Nancy, or, I could see Eddie sacrificing himself for Nancy, possibly. Because in one of the trailers, we see a shot of him, like, playing the guitar on top of his trailer in the Upside Down. So that could be him trying to save Nancy in the next episode or something like that. But, I could see Eddie sacrificing himself. But when it comes to the main kids, like Max or Lucas or Dustin or Mike or Will, I think they're safe. They're fine. They'll be okay. They'll make it out of here pretty much unscathed for the most part. Definitely some PTSD, but, there's plenty of that going around in Hawkins, that's for sure. But, yeah, I don't really think I have anything else to say in terms of spoilers. I'm sure there's a lot of other stuff I could have talked about. And, it's 9 hours and 5 minutes altogether with all 7 of these episodes. So I'd be here forever if I went through every aspect of the show. But I mainly touched on the big things. And I guess just to reiterate, like, the whole Vecna being, one, and also the son of Victor Creel, that's, like, the biggest, reveal of the final episode. The biggest reveal, honestly, of the whole season so far. So, yeah, pretty interesting stuff there. And I kind of got it spoiled for me. I won't lie. I searched who's the actor who plays Vecna, because I was really curious who played him, and then I saw the actor who plays, the dude in in Hawkins' lab, and I was like, all right. So as soon as I saw him, I kind of knew it was coming, and I was a little disappointed, to be honest. But I wonder if I would have figured it out if I hadn't looked it up, because I was watching the Real Rejects react to it, and they seemed to kind of piece it together. So I think a lot of people might pick up on that pretty easily, but I wouldn't know because I had it spoiled for me. But at the end of the day, spoilers really don't ruin anything for me. I'm still gonna watch it. I got Endgame spoiled for me. I'm pretty sure. I can't remember exactly what I got spoiled. Was it like Iron Man's death or something? And spoiler alert for that, but it's been out since like 2019, so deal with it. But yeah, that's all I really have to say about Stranger Things Season 4 in terms of spoilers. Like I said, there's a lot of other stuff I could have talked about, but that's kind of the stuff that I found most interesting and to be, most important, I guess, when it comes to this season and then, going into the last two episodes. So I'm definitely prepared for those last two episodes. By the way, if you don't know, they're coming out on July 1st. I'm sure a lot of you know by now, but just so you know, in case you didn't. But yeah, that's really all I have to say about Stranger Things in general this season so far. It's pretty good. I like it, but it's gonna take watching those last two episodes to fully know how I feel about it. So, I mean, I understand Netflix's decision to split it up, but also I would have liked to had those last two episodes to just get through it already. Not that I want to just like be done with it, but at the same time, like it would have been kind of nice in terms of a reviewing aspect of being able to talk about the whole thing and all that kind of stuff. But oh well, it is what it is. But yeah, I didn't even know. I didn't mention this in my non-spoiler review. I really meant to. And I probably should have mentioned it sooner in this video at least. But I didn't know there was going to be another season of Stranger Things. The 5th season is supposed to be the last. This, I thought, was going to be the last season for the longest time. And I learned only recently when I looked at IMDb that there is, in fact, going to be a 5th season. Now, I'm 99.9% sure that 5th season will be the final season. And it's supposed to come to us a lot sooner than this one did after, season 3. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to seeing how all of this wraps up and just, what happens to the characters, who dies, who lives, all that kind of stuff. It should be pretty interesting. But I really don't know where they're going to go from here after this season. Like, where else could you go? I mean, are they going to keep Vecna alive for the second season, or is there going to be like a bigger threat that they have to deal with? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. But like I said, that's all I have in terms of my conversations and thoughts and all kinds of stuff on Stranger Things Season 4, or at least the first 7 episodes. What did you guys think? This is the spoiler video. So if you want to talk spoilers in the comments, go right ahead. Leave a like, subscribe, do all that shit. And I will see you in the next one. For those of you listening on the podcast, that was the final topic of today. So I will also see you guys in the next one. And peace out.